back to the mat with me on our Thursday workout routine here on the mat. Today is day 4 of our super jump squat, as well as we're doing our power yoga series for today, okay? Thank you so much for joining me on the mat. Get comfortable on the mat. We're just taking a little bit of time to work our way into our practice for tonight, okay? Now, our power yoga for today is for flexibility, for posture, as well as weight loss, as well as working really to get into our back bends, really working on our Raja Kaput, or as well as our, to give us a little bit of rubber in the spine as we're working on leg bends. This is really, really good for giving us mobility as well as flexibility and balance, okay? As we're able to stand firm in our balances and getting in back bends. So we are opening up the upper part of the chest as well as the thoracic spine, the upper part of the chest, as well as the lower back. Okay, so we're getting into that space really just to get inside there. So we're starting with a little bit of vinyasa flow, just a little bit of flow to help us to get into it, get our blood running. As we'll be shooting our cardio session a little bit later after the yoga practice. Okay, so get comfortable and then we get started. We're going to start with downward facing dog. And we're eventually going to work our way up into upward bow, getting into wheel pose and plow pose as well as our handstands, okay? So getting comfortable here, we're doing our shoulder rotation. We are manually extending our shoulders to the opposite ends of the mat here and really getting into that area of our lower back, okay? Just open that space and get comfortable here, okay? Good. So as we're extending, we want to lift our sitting bones to the upper of the mat. Gaze is onto the front of the mat, and we get down. We're pressing down manually in our downward facing dog. Up to the point where our head almost touches the ground, and we just extend our shoulders to the opposite end, okay? We come out, we come into tabletop, okay? Into plank pose, and we come down. And then upward facing dog, and then plank, and then downward facing dog. So I extend our left hand, our left leg to the front of the mat. We extend and open our hip, manually extending, and then we shoot our left leg to the top of the mat, okay? Good. Come up. Really lifting on up here, extending the shoulder rotation. Take 1, 2 breaths here, and then we come up into Virabhadrasana number 2. Good. We rotate. Good. Come on up again. Shoot down. Kick our hand leg back up into the ceiling, air open the hip, and then we place it down. Second side, lift, open the hip, sitting bone here, come into center, and we extend our right leg to the top of the mat, okay? Come up, shooting, and we're getting that upper spine area, lift them up. Good. Extend. Let's not collapse our back here, okay? We're extending all the way to the front of the mat. When we come down, making sure that your legs are freely suspended here. Good. Reverse. Good. Coming up. Tracing our step again, Virabhadrasana 1 and 2, and then we come down to flow, okay? Extending our neck back, extending, opening the hip, we bring it back down. Again, upward dog, but to get into that upper back area. Good. Plank, down. Good. A final time. Starting with the left leg to the front of the mat, extending upwards. Good. Extend. Virajasana 1, 2. We're working into our Raja Kaput. Getting into that Rabba, doing a little bit of Rabba into our spine. Reverse. Cartwheel. We bring it up first, and then we cartwheel. Extend our leg back. We center it, okay? The second side, lift. Try to get deep into that hip area. Open it up. Still actively engage in the shoulder rotation. Bring our leg at the front of the neck, switching our legs. Virajasana 1. Warrior 1 and 2. Good. Reverse. 1 again. And then cartwheel. Now we're going to try to get into humble warrior. So coming up, we are extending our arms into our knuckles here. Good. Gaze up to the front of the mat. And then we'll bring it on down into humble warrior. We really surrender here into a humble grace. Lifting up the pelvic floor, through the pelvic floor, as well as really engaging our shoulder rotation to give us an upper back bends here in this pose. Good. Coming out. And then we cartwheel back. Taking our leg back, extending it. Upward dog, downward dog. A second time. Or the opposite side. Sorry. Extending up, open, lifting up to the top of the mat. Come on down. Just fly here to get to that space. Good. And then sort of our legs which be 90 degrees here, opposite. We are knuckles down, we extend our gazes onto the ceiling, and then we come all the way down here, okay? In humble warrior. Nice strong balance. We're engaging through the pelvic floor. Nice hamstrings actively involved. Here, a good deep stretch. Stretch, stretch. Good. Come down. Up again. And then we come down. And flow, okay? Second time. Lift. Good. Bring into our knuckles to get anchored really into our heels here as we're moving into humble warrior on the second side. Good. Get deeper into our shoulders here. Hamstrings engage. Quads, quadriceps. Good. We're still in our shoulder rotation here, in our back bends. Good. Lift. Good. Coming back up. And then we flow, okay? Cartwheel, back, and down. Upward dog. Down dog, okay? Good. You know, down dog, we're really trying to get into our shoulders as much as possible. Good. Flow. We're just on one. Knuckles. And we're really hoping to get deeper into our humble warrior. Good. Open up the shoulders here. Gaze is directly on the floor, on the opposite side of the mat. Engage the shoulder, open up. Good. Come back up. Good. Just another one. And then flow back down. Good. Upward back. Downward dog. Good. Now we walk on up here. Lift. Opens it up halfway. Halfway lift. And then we come down all the way, okay? Come on up into mountain pose. Hands are extended towards the heart. Down. Then flow again. We're coming down. Sort of meeting here halfway. Extend the book out. Come down. Halfway back. You can jump, either jump back or you can walk back as far, okay? Good. The length. Whereas you can take 2 or 3 breaths here in blank, okay? Good. Gaze onto the front of the mat. Engaging our core, holding up our obliques here. Good. Coming down slowly. All the way to the floor, okay? Knuckles. We've been doing bow pose. We're trying to get into a variation of bow, okay? Good. Lift the feet as well off the mat. Getting the back legs here. Shoulder rotation. Down. And then we're going to come into our Sphinx pose first. So before we get into full seal, getting section going to full seal, okay? Then we come into seal pose. Open the spine. Good, come down. And then we're flowing again. We're trying to get into triangle here, okay? Before we get to revolving triangle. Pose. Good, out nice downward dog. Nice luxurious breaths here. Downward dog. Good. Left leg up. Very nice in one. And then we're sort of going to come into middle here, okay? So we're going to just bring back our leg, sort of in a 45 degree angle and a 90 degree angle here. We're going to come into triangle pose here, okay? We're stretching our skin here to get tighter and tighter around the belly, okay? It's a good sort of side tightener, okay? Especially for the obliques. Very engaging. Reverse number one. Reverse. We're going to come down here to cartwheel. And we're going to evolve in the second side. Good. We're getting deeper into our hips here. Evolve. Stretch our gaze to the front of the mat. If it's available, come to the side. Then we're going to get more engaged in our core. When you lift up the second side, this is enough for you, or you bring it all the way up, okay? Extend our gaze in the front of the mat. You come down, shoot the back of the mat. We flow. Good. Come down. Downward facing dog. Good. Second side. lift. We're coming up the front of the mat. Coming in Virajasana 1. Good. And we're extending to the front, okay? Now at this point, it's also possible to come into Ajarita, which is our favorite, but our focus now is to get into triangle on the second side, just like we did on the first side, okay? Good. Triangle pose. Nice, even breath. It's possible to come to a bind here as well, as we get nice and deeper into triangle here, getting into our hip rotation here, as well as our hamstrings. But if it's available, come down all the way down. We lift to the side, second side we lift. Good, if it's fancy, come on back up as we started. Virajasana 1, and then we flow, okay? Back, plank, upward dog, and then down. Good. That's important for us not just keep on evolving from both sides, okay? Good. Coming to a nice comfortable downward dog. Lifting the left thigh in. Coming on up. Virajasana 1, 2. We cartwheel. We get into our evolve here. Gaze in the front of the mat. Get deeper and deeper into our hips here. Coming on up here. Good. It's available. We're going to shoot into airplane mode, okay? Just try to make sure you're comfortable, you're balanced, we are anchored into our heel, as well as the palm of the foot, and then we just come down. We're going to start in half moon first. Really, our mobility and balance is being tested in this flow, okay? It's available, come up a little bit. Good. Concentrate in one place and just keep our gaze there, okay? Good. It's available, come down. 1, reverse, and then we cartwheel back down, and then we'll flow to the second side, okay? Good. Plank, upward dog, down dog. Still, as you're coming down in down dog, I want you to focus on the shoulder rotation, okay? Good. Second side, lift on up, and we're coming through. Virajasana 1, 2, and we evolve to the second side. Gaze to the front of the mat, the ceiling, open the chest. If it's available, we're going to come down to evolve to the second side. Second side stretch. Breathe it out and stretch. Parallel arms. It's available, we come back up. And we're going to get into our half moon pose here, okay? Half moon, and then airplane mode. And then if it's available, we come to a nice tree pose, okay? Good. Nice strong tree. Come down, facing one step back. And then we evolve. Slow. Second side. Coming down to evolve here. Good. Stretch it out. Stretch, stretch. We're coming into half moon pose. Airplane mode. And then tree pose. Second side. Try not to rest your foot in the socket of your knee. Try to avoid this as much as possible. Good. Come back down. Retracing our steps again. Nice. Into our hips. Reverse. And then flow again. Plank. Upward dog. Plank. Downward dog. Second side. Lift. Through. Prasarita one. Feels so good. You can actually just rest it up here. If that is you. Otherwise you need to evolve. Second time. Shoot. We're coming into half moon. Airplane. Really working on our balance here. We just come into the frame of the camera and get a good angle. Airplane mode. It's available. Come to tree pose. Let's avoid putting our foot in the knee socket. We're coming to tree. Nice strong tree pose. Good. We come out. Tracing our step back to the back of the mat. It's a nice evolve, if it makes sense. If it feels good, good. And then we all feel a nice flow. Plank, upward dog, downward dog. Let's take advantage of this last downward dog. We get into our hips, into our shoulder rotation. Good. Lift the sitting bone ceiling. Breathe. Good. Coming down on our knees. Good. Our core should be woken up now, as well as all the way up into the spine as we get into back bends. Nice lift here, okay? Good. We're going to come into our hero's pose. Our legs will be hip width apart, distance apart, as we come into simple seated here. Now, if it's possible and you have some props, you can actually put them here in between and then just practice getting comfortable sitting, okay? You see? Getting comfortable in a nice simple seated. So with time, our knee rotation starts opening up and it allows us to get deeper and deeper into hero's pose, okay? But we're going to take 5 luxurious breaths here, okay? In hero seated. Let's still involve in our shoulder rotation here. Back bends, gaze to the ceiling. Good. That 2 or 3. A third breath. 4 and 5. So I'm not putting the props out. We can actually just go along with it because we're going to come into camel. So come down. Come all the way out. Then we go into camel pose, okay? Our shoulder rotation. We're getting into back bends. Good, come down as much as possible. Good, seated. Hero's pose. Good, it's available. Come to touching. Good. You'll notice we've not done pigeon pose in the way traditional way. That's fine. We're just going to get into our headstands first before we come to bridge, okay? Just to be sure that we're working into our back bends here, okay? Feel really good. After we leave the pieces. Normally we start with Prasarita. Today we're just going straight into headstands, okay? Headstand place. Good. To that back bends. Good. We are going to work into our core control and our concentration. So we're going to come all the way down to the net, and then we're going to lift off, okay? Nice, easy control, okay? And back up. Good. You do 4 of these, okay? Just to get into core, giving our abs good work. Back bends. So you see the amount of work that our core really plays in our mobility, as well as our balance, giving us all the necessary support in back bends here, okay? Good, final time. Good. Utkatasana, inverted chair. Good. Shoot and up into full split. Side. Second side, back bends, and then we come star pose, and then straight down with nice control. Good. How does that feel? You feel like our core is very much invigorated, right? We're getting into that Raja Kaput, giving that bit of rubber into our spine, okay? Now with time, the more we practice, the more rubber we get in our spine, okay? We're going to do it on the second side, so just be comfortable. This is our tripod headstand, okay? So we're balancing here at the top of our elbows. And then we extend it as far as we go into a V, like in a triangle. And then we can either cup it this way, or we're going to hook it up, because that means that our head is going to come into this ball. And the other side, you're going to take a palm, and then you extend all the way to the crown of our head. So this means that our center point should be here to give us nice stability, okay? As we get into headstand. So when we shoot up, we try to make sure that our elbows don't move, so that we're nice in a nice stable position, okay? So I'm just going to make sure that I'm at the center of the mat, so that the camera can get a good angle, okay? Good. But you have to be on the mat, you just focus on you, and just taking space on the mat and just getting comfortable, okay? So this is our wide, so our birth, the birth of our headstand, as we're able to maneuver with ease, okay? Good. It's available to come all the way up into splits. Good. Back bends. Good. Utkatasana. Chair pose. Good. If it's available, we're going to do our exercise for abs as well as this side. So you can pretend that we're doing push-ups here, okay, or sit-ups. Inverted sit-ups, okay? Good. Nice strong core. Was that 2 of you? 2? Okay, feels really good. Okay. Try not to rush it. Should be nice control. Bring our mind back on the mat, okay? And just have fun with it. Good. Now we're going to shoot on up.
Nice strong back. Our ankle, we are not in our neck at all. We are all the way up in the upper part of our shoulder. And our shoulder rotation is really what is giving us strength here, okay? And it's really the anchor for our neck. So we are not in our neck at all. I don't feel it at all in the neck, okay? But it does come with time as we're able to shift the anchor into the upper part of our shoulders here, okay? As well as our upper arms. So it's a nice workout for arms there as well, okay? Star. Still taking up into that back bends. Should feel really good. We come back down.
Good. So we're coming into Malasana now. As we're getting sort of nice and comfortable in Malasana, into our hips are nice and open here. So it's a good idea to just work down slowly. It's nice strong knees. Our knee rotation is also giving us a good balance here. This is too wide, won't be able to give us a good balance. So we just come in slightly and then we'll take our squat. Good. Shoulder rotation still. Our anchor is opening us our hip a little wider. We're just going to take 3 breaths here, okay? Good. Nice, heavy thoughts. Good. Comfortable here. Good. So just before we come into our binds, we just need to get nicely left here, and then we come all the way up into our binds. Okay? Good. We're going to extend our legs. To the extent that is available, just close them in. Gaze to the front of the ceiling. We're lengthening our legs, our spine, still with our shoulder rotation, our opener here. It's available. We come into hamstring. Fold, release, stretch. Stretch, stretch. Come down. Do the second side. Good. Gaze to the ceiling. Lengthening and strengthening our legs. Just feels really good. And then open up into our hamstrings here to the extent that it's available to us. Lift. Good. Come down. And then we meet in Prasarita. Good. Shoulder rotation still actively engaged. Feel really good. Along the back here. Now remember where our anchor position is on the crown of our head, so we feel comfortable. And when you come to that space, it just feels really at home and comfortable. Our head go to the back of the mat. Come into a nice strong back here. If it's available, we just take 2 breaths here, okay? Prasarita. Good. Arm of our heads is available. And then we're going to come into. Okay, just come down. Again, it's fine. Just go back in again. Just make sure that you're comfortable, okay? Now, nice Prasarita. Good. Full split. Full split. Here. Okay. So here, our upper arms again, our anchor. Good. If it feels available, coming to star. Good. Then we come down. Nice control. We're going to come into tripod, okay? Good. Back bends. How does it feel? On the back? Should feel really good. We're giving a little bit of Raja kaput in our spine here. Giving a little bit of rubber into the spine. Here with the back bends. And then we extend
into full split. Make sure our glutes are also getting a nice stretch here. Stretch, stretch. We tap into that fire we engaged during our sumo jump squats. Day 4 challenge, as well as our sit-ups and our push-ups. Okay, good. Feels available. Oh, stand into star. Good. Utkatasana or chair pose. A bit of play in headstand. Good. You're ready to come out. We do so with nice, even control, abs down. Good. Enough like this. If you go straight though, you just go, let's give it a nice straight shot on the camera here. Good. You feel really good with all this activation. Good. Nice control breath. Good. Come down. Nice and control. Beautiful. We're going to come into bridge pose. We can start in wild thing. Good. Second side. Good. And then we come all the way down into bridge. Knuckles extending to the front of the mat. Our shoulder rotation still in play. Our back bends activated here. Good. Coming to wheel. Good, you feel really good. All activation. Come down to the crown of our heads here. Down. Now we're just going to height in and give our spine and our Raja kaput a nice cement here, okay? So that the mind can have a good experience of our Raja kaput. Flexibility, mobility, and balance, power, yoga. Coming to plow, P-L-O-W or P-L-O-U-H-G-H, plow pose. Good. And it depends on you which one you're going to take today. I'm going to do the plow, P-L-O-W, okay? Just a lighter version. Good. Plow pose. Wide, turn. Don't rush into it, okay? Don't clench your teeth. If you get claustrophobic, just rub your left. It allows your body to become thinner. One hand. Point the mind. I always have to try not to activate the earphone. Here. Good. Go into the floor. Good. Come back down. Nice back down. Happy baby, okay? Good. Just quiet down the spine. Then enough activation here. That's really good. Is it open? And then we come into a back stretch here. Release the lower back. Come to the center. And then we work into the second side. Good. Coming to Shavasana. Final resting pose here for tonight, okay? Good. Available. We come to sit here. You're just going to take 1 or 2 breaths in your gratitude. Thought. Here, we're grateful for the moment that we had here on the mat. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat tonight. I'll see you in the next class, the presentation class, and then we'll close off our set for tonight, okay?